But I'm thrilled
that's a tough one.
to be able to spend some time with Denise Refko today.
Hi,
this is called the LegXercise Pro. It's a motorized leg movement machine. This is really for those of you who are sedentary. You have to be sitting, and you really want to get that movement, that increased circulation, soothing discomfort, even lubricating your joints.
Exactly.
So it moves your muscles for you.
It does.
But it's, I mean, far superior than to just sitting. But if you just have to sit, then this is going to help you out so much.
Yeah.
We have 5 easy payments of $36. You have 30 days to try it out. I always love to tell you that right off the top when we're talking about something that might be new to you. You get to get it home, try it out, see how it feels for you, talk to your doctor, and then if you don't love it, you can always return it, and we have a money-back guarantee. So
that's perfect. Doesn't get any better.
it's something very new to us, but you in the wellness business, explain kind of what we're doing right now. What are our feetsies doing?
So here's what I want people to understand about LegXercise. This is not replacing a treadmill or an elliptical. This is not your general exercise that you're used to. This is movement for increased circulation or improved circulation. And it also helps, as you just heard Terry say, lubricate and the knees and the ankles for mobility purposes. So if you are that person who, number one, you just don't like to move or exercise. Maybe you are sedentary, maybe it's a bariatric issue, maybe you've just had some surgery on a knee or a hip and you know you need to move, but you're not quite there yet. Or you're like my dad, who sits most part of the day in his favorite chair, and his doctor has said to him specifically, you need to walk more, you need to move more. And he says, I'm not going to do it. His exact words is he says, DC. He calls me DC.
DC.
DC. I'm old. What do I care? What do I want to do? I'm like, Dad, I want you to move more because the doctors are telling you, right? The doctors are telling you should move. So this is something that in the past couple months, I have literally put in front of him on his favorite recliner. I said, Dad, you don't have to do a thing. Do what you're doing. Work on your computer, play your games, watch TV. Just place your feet on this. And you know what he's noticed? He's noticed he's not shuffling his feet as much. He can actually walk a little bit better. He's definitely got that increased circulation. And if you want to, you can sit up taller and engage your core muscles, engage the hip flexors. And if you want to, you can grab some handheld weights that you may have at home and turn it into an upper body movement situation. So there's a lot that you can do with this, but if you want to just sit back
and relax
and let this do the work for you, it actually has a very lulling, soothing feel to it. And I'm going to pick mine up because I want to show you, first of all, how lightweight it is. And then if I turn it towards you and you see this display down here, this is a nice big display. What you're looking at is in 1 minute, 70 steps. So this is the equivalent in 1 minute of 70 steps. If you put your feet on here for an hour, 4,200 steps, which is the equivalent of 1.5 miles, actually 1.6 to be exact.
Wow.
So my dad will not go walk 1.6 miles, I guarantee you, but he can get movement that's going to help his ankles stay, let's say, loosey-goosey, his knees stay engaged. And it has a remote that simply has 3 buttons on it, and the 3 buttons are a stop or an off button, and then a number 1 and a number 2. Now the difference between the speed in 1 and 2 is very subtle. It doesn't go very fast. This is very easy, and you'll put 2 AAA batteries in here. And then there's also leg elevators, so incline elevators, which you'll see here. You can use this completely flat, if you like, and then that puts a different sort of stretch in the back of your heel or ankle or Achilles.
That's good.
Or elevate it like Terry and I have and put it on that incline. Notice how lightweight it is. I mean, guys, this weighs like, I think we say 7 pounds.
7 pounds,
But it honestly doesn't
It doesn't even feel like that.
I know, I agree.
And then you have a long cord. The cord is
very long cord.
6.5 feet.
Exactly.
So if you want to put it on plug it into the outlet behind your couch, this is perfect for a couch, because what I'm feeling is I am not making this move. Watch, I will move my feet and you'll see it's moving on its own. So we have other seated, they're more exercise machines, the QB, where you're doing the work.
Right, of course.
This, you just place your feet there. I even had some kind of heels on that I might just put back on and show you that you don't need to have tennis shoes on or sneakers. You could do this barefoot.
Yeah.
But you just place your feet down and it's doing the work for you.
Yeah.
So those of you looking for like a workout, this is not it. That's not what it's for.
That's true. And I like that you're pointing out you can wear socks, you can do bare feet, you can wear your heels, you can wear your work shoes. Bring this to the office. The foot pedals, because they're opened, they're not an enclosed area. It doesn't matter what your shoe size is. And if you're noticing, there's little kind of nubbies, little silicone nubbies. So the texture even feels really good on the bottom of your feet. You can rub your feet across it. But so many people are benefiting from this. If you find you're at the office and you're sitting at that desk 8, 10, 6, whatever hours. Some people don't even get to leave their desk for a break or a lunch break. This is something that you can keep that movement.
Moving.
And my one girlfriend has a son that does overnight shifts. He's not even, because he's answering emergency type calls, he's not allowed to leave his desk. She said he uses this because it not only gives him movement, but it helps
keeps him awake.
it helps keep him awake. So a myriad of reasons, but you're still going to get the benefit of that increased or improved circulation. And by the way, this is patented. And the patent that we've designed, as you can see with Jody, see how it's concave? It's slightly sloped down. That's the patent that gives you that gentle flexion through the ankle and the knee and the back of the ankle, the front of the ankle. So it's comfortable, but it's the most beneficial type of flexion that you just place your feet on. And as we keep saying, it does the work for you.
It does the work for you. And look how easy it is. I mean, she could be sitting there all day, and that's what she needs to be doing. Why not get a little movement going, soothe the discomfort, increase your circulation, get some lubrication in the joints if you're going to be sitting anyway. Or if you are someone like Denise's father, who the doctor has said you've got to get moving, and either you don't want to, which is fine, or you can't. This could be that stepping stone, pun intended, I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
Smooth stepping stone into just that increased circulation. Because again, it's not an exercise machine, but this could maybe get you to the exercise machine.
And in the last couple of weeks that we've been presenting this, I've had some people reach out to me who've just had some knee replacement and need to get that movement and that range of motion. This is so gentle. It's not exaggerated. It's not too ballistic. It's not impact. It's literally gliding.
It is kind of relaxing.
Moving.
It's very relaxing. I'm re-guessing, or rethinking about that keeping you awake thing. I think that's
it
put you
could go either way,
asleep.
right? No, it's so true. And it's quiet, it's silent. So
it is, yes.
Not
Let's
disturbing.
listen. Can't hear a thing.
Don't hear it. Not disturbing anyone around you, anyone in the house. It just, it really is just a far-reaching, beneficial piece of equipment that can move anywhere with you.
Yeah, just slide it right under the couch.
And I like that you're saying that. Don't
could just
put
turn
it
it
away.
off.
Don't shove it in a closet. Just put it under the couch or beside the couch so that you will use it.
Yes, just keep it there. I got my parents a leg massager that we had for the holidays, and I was like, I hope this doesn't just end up, you know, in a closet somewhere.
Right.
It sits there right in front of my mom's chair, and she uses it every
that's
day,
awesome.
and it has given her, it's helped her back, actually.
Yeah, okay.
So these little machines that, they're almost kind of like little luxuries.
Yeah.
They make a big difference, and you get to try it out. That's what I love shopping at QVC. You might see this in a store. Where did it go? And you're like, what is that? Well, there's no Denise Repko there to explain it to you, and you might just walk by it and not even get the benefit from it. Here, we allow you to get it home, get it at a special price, get to try it out. If you don't love it, you can always return it, and it couldn't be easier.
I was going to say, it doesn't get any easier. And again, you see the big number display. Your remote comes with an off button and a number 1 and a number 2. So right now, I'm on level number 2. I'm going to show you, now take a look at how level number 2, it's not very fast. Here's 1. See just the subtle difference in the speed between a 1 and a 2. So it really isn't aggressive, it's subtle, it feels good, and that big display, counting those steps, the equivalent of steps or mimicking steps, of 70 steps in 1 minute, 4,200 on level 2 in 1 hour, which is the equivalent of 1.65 miles.
That's incredible.
I think that's fantastic.
Well, we've just, I mean, this was new just about a month
weeks ago, yeah.
Just a couple weeks ago, already 4,000 orders have been placed. If you're one of those 4,000 and you're watching right now, we would love to hear from you. I mean, we always love to hear from you and have you be part of our live presentation, but particularly when we have something new like this, I mean, it was a completely new concept to me. I'm sure it is for many of you. So you could be helping out your friends out there to just tell them what it's done for you. Of course, we always talk about speaking to your doctor if you have any questions or anything, but again, you do have that 30 days to try it out. Now, you may have seen something like this at a store. Maybe you've seen it on television. It should be $199.99, so $200. Let's just round up by a penny. $200, we're at $180, so that's a savings of $20. $36 is the easy payment plan. So if you're new to QVC, here's how it works. Any major credit card, you get to charge only the $36 today instead of the whole $180, and then pay it off over the next 5 months. And if you don't love it, you'll not get charged the second one, because as long as you return it in time, or you definitely won't get charged the third one, and then you'll receive your money back minus the shipping and handling fees. So just to be able to try something like this out is nice. And if it doesn't work for you, you can return it.
And not to be sappy, but I really truly believe in my heart, this is a gift of love for someone who you know needs to move more. Maybe it's too difficult. Maybe, again, they just don't feel like it, or they don't like to. Maybe it's someone who struggles with their weight, a bariatric patient, or someone who just had that surgery. And I've been saying recently, because my dad needs to move more, doesn't really want to, but he's doing this. 4 months ago, we lost my mom. And
I did not know. I'm so sorry.
No, thank you. But my point to bring this up is, you know, nobody has promised time. And if there are little things that you can potentially do to follow doctor's orders, or to help you in your life, if, you know, my dad's not going to get up, he's not going to get out, and he's not going to go for a long walk.
Right.
But he sits often in the living room, in front of the computer, or on his, you know, watching TV.
Yeah.
This is something that he doesn't even have to do a thing. I just say, Dad, just put your feet on there. And he looked at me the first time I gave this to him, and he laughed at me. He said, what are you doing?
He's like, what is this?
He literally did. He said, what are you doing? What is this thing? I said, Dad, just listen to me, please. Just put your feet on it. And he goes, all right, well, that's easy enough.
Yeah,
I said,
that's
thank
easy
you.
enough.
Easy enough. And Dad, guess what? It's increasing your circulation. That's what your doctor wants you to walk for. How do your ankles feel? You feel less stiff? Because when you don't move, everything gets a little stiffer.
It does.
A little tighter, a little hard to maneuver and move. And this kind of helps with the joint mobility. It helps with the increased circulation. And those are all things that are benefiting long-term health.
That's right. And it does happen quickly. Maybe you've had a surgery, or you're incapacitated for just a little while, a few weeks, a couple months. That stiffness happens so fast.
It really
so
does.
even if this is just a temporary thing, and then you have it in the home for those situations like that. And by the way, your father should trust you now, because he didn't want the EV rider either. And now he loves it. And so, I mean, he's got to listen to his daughter, because she knows what's best for him.
You would think, right?
So if you are the daughter, the son, the sister, the brother, the son-in-law, I mean, this is a gift of love. It 100% is. Now, let's kind of recap what it is. If you're just turning on the television right now and you're seeing the LegXercise Pro for the very first time, this is not like the QB. It's not an exercise machine per se, but it's a motorized leg machine. So it does the work for you. Like, look, I'm not pedaling. It's moving on its own. I place my feet on it, and then what is it doing?
This is a machine that when you place your feet on it, it helps you to improve your circulation through the leg. It helps to keep the joint of the ankle and the knee more mobile, more lubricated, because as you're moving it, it's continually creating what we call the synovial fluid in the joint that keeps the joint supple and movable. If you don't move, everything gets stiffer, tighter, more crunchy, and this can help you. It's also a patented product because it's got that concave curve, which we change that glide. So the glide changes a little bit of the flexion in the ankle and in your knee, and those elevating risers in the front. This can go flat, or you can pull those risers up, which actually changes the pitch and the angle and the way you feel it through your knee and through your ankle. It's super, super lightweight, so you can put it anywhere. We have a remote, so you don't have to bend down, you don't have to push any switches. And as you're gliding your feet, remember, you won't stand on this, you won't sit on this. You'll just place your foot on here, sock, barefoot, sneaker, bedroom slipper, heel, office, doesn't matter, whatever kind of shoe you've got. And it doesn't matter what size, because this is an open format.